Breaking news, Princeton just announced that they're going back to requiring the SAT starting with the 2027-2028 admission cycle. This comes as the result of a 5-year study where Princeton compared the students they accepted under test optional to the students that they accepted with test scores. And what they found, as would surprise literally no one, is that the students they accepted with no test scores significantly underperformed the students who they accepted with test scores. Because, in fact, there's no way to compare students who went to different high schools using their high school grades. And so finally, Princeton is joining pretty much all the other Ivy Leagues except for Columbia at this point in returning to sanity and requiring the SAT going forward. Now, what does this mean for you as a student? Well, two things. First, if you really do want to get into Princeton, you should be submitting test scores starting even this cycle. They are fully aware of the fact that the only reason that people are not submitting SAT scores is because the SAT scores they felt were too low to be submitted. So even under test optional, it is very important for you to be submitting SAT scores to verify that your academic performance is at a level that suggests that you could actually handle the classes at Princeton. And moreover, what this means is that for the 2027-2028 admission cycle, that acceptance rate is going to go way up. As we saw with Yale last year, when you require the SAT, it cuts off about 20% or so of the people who apply, which means the acceptance rate is going to go way up. The admissions officers are going to have way more time to consider your application because they're not going to be wasting their time on students who weren't qualified academically to begin with. So if you want to get into Princeton, if you want to get into an Ivy League school in general, this is a great time to start studying for the SAT because the requirement is going to be back across the board pretty much at every university in America pretty soon. That's what I'm predicting, at least.